Before the pyramids were buried by sand, before kings ruled from the castles of Europe, there stood a powerful empire in the heart of West Africa, shimmering with gold, greatness, and wisdom. This is the story of the Kingdom of Ghana, not the modern-day country, but an ancient African empire born from trade, belief, and power. Around the 6th century, in a region where the Sahel meets the Sahara, a small Sonic-speaking community began to rise. They called their land Wagadu. Historians today know it as the Kingdom of Ghana, the very first of the great Sahelian empires. It wasn't called Ghana because of the land itself, but because of its leader. Ghana meant warrior king, a title of strength, like a lion guarding the land. So why here? Ghana sat perfectly between the gold mines of the south and the salt-rich Sahara to the north. Gold and salt, two things worth more than their weight. Ghana didn't just trade them, they controlled the roads, taxed every merchant, and built their empire on the wealth that followed. The capital of Ghana was called Kumbi Saleh. But here's the twist. It was actually two cities. One side was for the Muslim merchants, filled with mosques, schools, and libraries, a place of learning and trade. The other side, that was where the king lived. A palace of power. Soldiers in leopard skins guarded golden thrones and stone buildings. Smoke rose from sacred fires as the king, the Ghana, ruled with both wisdom and fear. The Ghana himself was more than a ruler, he was treated as semi-divine. His word was law, and his court was legendary. He wore fine cloth, gold jewelry, and was always surrounded by drummers and performers. Visitors said his court sparkled with gold. Even his dogs wore golden collars. When he spoke, people listened. The kingdom was rich not just in gold, but in culture. Most of the people followed traditional African spiritual systems, connecting with ancestors, nature, and the spirits. But as Muslim traders arrived from the north, Islam also took root. Many merchants, scholars, and even royal advisors were Muslim. Yet the Ghana himself remained loyal to his traditional beliefs, creating a peaceful blend of cultures that made Ghana unique. Gold came from the forests of Bambuk and Bure to the south. Salt came from mines in the Sahara, especially in places like Tagaza. Merchants paid taxes when they entered Ghana, and again when they left. These taxes made Ghana wealthy beyond imagination. No coins were needed, gold dust and trade goods were enough. But no empire lasts forever. By the mid-11th century, Ghana began to weaken. As it grew larger, it became harder to control. Some regions rebelled. Others simply stopped paying tribute. Internal tensions began to rise. And then came the storm. In 1076 CE, the Almoravids, a powerful Muslim group from North Africa, invaded. They wanted to control the gold routes and spread Islam more widely. Kumbi Saleh was captured. Though the Almoravids didn't stay long, Ghana's grip on trade was broken. The Golden Age had passed. But Ghana's fall wasn't the end. It was the beginning of something greater. Out of the ashes of Ghana rose the Mali Empire. And from Mali came Mansa Musa, the richest man who ever lived. Mali inherited Ghana's gold roots, built even grander cities, and carried forward the story of West African greatness. The Kingdom of Ghana teaches us that wealth isn't just gold, it's people, trade, ideas, and respect for culture. It shows how African empires shaped the world long before colonial powers arrived. It reminds us that Africa was never a dark continent. It was golden. The story of Ghana isn't lost. It lives in our books, in our roots, and in the golden dust of the Sahel. Because history isn't just something we learn, it's something we carry.